Oh, hi there guys, Simon here. Yeah, well I'm just about to do some foamcreting. Yeah, you can see I've got it a bit prepared. I've got everything calibrated and pretty measured and ready to go. So I guess I should explain what's going on. So what is foamcrete? That's Foamcrete. It's basically cement, water mixed with foam. You can see it floats rather well, so it serves as a great insulator. And also, I mean, I've left this in water for like a week and it never sinks. So I guess it must be reasonably vapour-proof, waterproof. But nonetheless, I've still got a waterproof layer down. And I don't know what the technical term is. Sheet of plastic. Let's get rid of this. As you can probably make out, to this side of me, this is a bit I've already done. This was almost like the prototyping. I've made a few modifications to the machine. This was like 4 or 5 of these blue barrels to do this side. It was a bit of a learning curve, and yeah, pretty much figured it out. This next pour, where I'm standing now, I've actually divided it up. The shuttering's going to stay in because, like I say, it's got a membrane underneath. It's only an insulating layer. The reason I've divided it up is because the foamcrete it's kind of like self-levelling. So if I want to take a tea break or I've had enough for a day, you kind of need to keep going because it slumps. You know, you put it in, and then because it's self-levelling, it slumps. So you actually have to do the whole area. So I divided this up just to make it a bit easier to stop the slump as it self-levels, and also if I can't be bothered or somebody comes around to finish it, it's just easier to do it like this. I think I may well change my mind. So I guess let's have a rundown of what's going on here. Okay, bear with me. Okay. Into the bowels. Yeah, probably looks rather complicated. So the gas bottle's basically serving as a pressure vessel, and that's connected to the compressor. I think I'm running at about 4 bar at the moment. That might change. And in this gas bottle, there's no gas, obviously. I've got it's a mixture of water and a foaming agent to create the foam, which I have somewhere. Oh. Yeah, this stuff. Oh. And so that's, I don't know, I put 15 litres in there mixed to the right dosage. Well, I say it's the right dosage. Again, it's all it's all arbitrary. I'm making it up as I go along. So basically, I guess the water level's probably about here. So the compressed air goes in. This top line comes out. It's just the air because that's above the fluid level. This pipe is below the fluid level, so that pushes the pressure pushes the fluid through here. We get to a mixing manifold, so I can control the air to fluid ratio. And then we have this live pipe here, which is a mixture of the foaming agent, the fluid and the compressed air, to the foaming wand, which is a master off. I've already calibrated this. It's yeah, I won't go into that. So this is the foaming wand, and basically from here to here is filled with stainless steel pan scourers. and the foam, when I turn it on, is going to come out the end there. Let's see if that's actually the case. Yep. Foam. And that is going to get, I'm going to put it in now actually. I've put a flexible bend on the end just so that the foam can come out. You know, it's not getting sealed by the tube sitting flat on the bottom. And this solution is quite simply 1 bag of cement and that's about 30 litres of water, I think. And so the foam's going to go out under here, and here we have a paddle that's going to mix it in, and then I'm going to pour it into one of these holes. So I guess I better put the camera down and get on with it. Foam on. Well, it's just about done. There were a couple of teething problems along the way. Adjustments to the machine, flow rates, blah blah blah. But there we go. Right, well, I'm going to put you guys down and tip this into a hole, so bear with me. Right, hopefully that should stay there. Right, next tip. well, that's about it. Simple as that, really. Right, I'm going to crack on, do another mix, and I'm not sure if I'll get back to you or not on this video. We shall see. Okay, signing off from a mystery location deep in the heart of the French Pyrenees. Okay, guys, see you next time. Take care. Thanks a lot. You didn't think I'd end it there, did you? Now, I thought I'd show you the results, actually. As you can see, results. Not bad. And that was an afternoon's work. I mean, the advantages using Foamcrete is you don't need loads of gravel and sand, which means back-breaking work. And I'm opposed to anything unnecessarily back-breaking. So this is like 150 millimeter insulating layer, on top of which is going to be a I'm undecided, but it's going to be underfloor heating of some description on top of this, and then a finished hard surface. This back bit I'm standing on, which was like the prototyping, it's taking a bit of a battering from the standing on, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it compacts a bit, the surface, if you very slightly if you walk on it when it's fresh, but because it's so deep, you're only leaving. It's like walking on sand. You know, you're leaving an indentation that's maybe 5 millimeters. And so I haven't been too careful about it on this first bit I laid, because I really want to see how the material behaves. And I'm quite confident of the compressive strength of it, actually, now that it's reasonably cured. So let's have a look at what I did yesterday. Where is the light? Oh, you can see the first pour was here. This last bit here, this is a good example of the self-levelling and the slumping. Obviously it leaked basically underneath the shuttering here, underneath the formwork, because it's very liquid, and because some managed to get out, it's slumped down. And the fact that the rest of it is okay and hasn't, this isn't indicative of foam collapse, it is indicative of leaking. But it doesn't really matter, because I have to do around the edges here, so it will just get topped up as necessary. It's really proud in places, but doesn't matter. I had a bit left, so I started infilling the in between, right, going up to the edge basically, in between the shuttering board, which is about here, and the membrane. I'm quite undecided what to do here. This was some necessary underpinning work, because basically, yeah, I guess it isn't obvious, we're actually underground here. This back wall, up above, maybe another half a metre above, is actually under the ground. So it's like a retaining wall that they sort of dig into the mountain. They kind of dig into the mountain and make a terrace. So it's been very, very difficult to warm the house in the winter, because fundamentally with an uninsulated floor and an uninsulated mountain behind me, all of the heating energy is actually heating the mountain and not the house. So with this whole floor insulated, and I'm going to Foamcrete the back wall as well. They haven't quite figured out the technicalities, but fundamentally that will be the material to do this back wall, but that will be another video. The stairs are completely the wrong height to the floor at the moment, but that's where they are. They're going to be moved again. I'm not quite sure on the final layout. So yeah, I mean that's not bad for an afternoon's work and one person to actually make. Well, I don't know the volume, but you know, it's like what, 4 probably like 6 or 7 square meters. It all looks a bit, I'm out of scale on these fisheye lens, to be honest, when I look at the video. So yes, it's 6 or 7 square meters, an afternoon's work, one person, 5-6 bags of cement. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. The problem is, as always, living in a space that you're trying to work on is impossible, because you end up with piles at one end of the room, which now has to go onto this end of the room so I can continue. Anyway, here's the chimney where fire's going to go. There was, when I first had the house, I did build a homemade burner there, but yeah, it's kind of quite inefficient, and it was a case of if you knew now what you knew then. And I just built it with scrap stuff that was laying around, so winter is coming, so yeah, that's a space that needs to be filled. Right, I'm going to sign off, finish editing this video, and yeah, I'll probably make some more actually as this project continues. Okay, thanks for your time, and see you on the next video. Signing off for real.